Everyone else is lying to you. We are here to set you straight.
I'm Melissa Top Story.
I am Jeff the Rogue Clark, and you're watching The Real True News. In school sex news, Casey Hogg, a high school teacher, has been found guilty of exchanging sex with students for good grades. He's now behind bars, where he's trading sex for cigarettes and the right to eat his dessert.
In Jesus Christ news, fourth grade teacher Jaretta Hamilton has been fired from her job at a Christian school for becoming pregnant weeks before her wedding. The principal claims that her conduct goes against the school's moral code of strictly anal and mouth sex.
God intended. In murderer news, family members of victims who were killed by serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer are protesting the new Jeffrey Dahmer walking tour. Family members are calling it evil, but tourists say it's even better than the Charles Manson water slide. Is that bad?
In boring Canadian television news, CBC budgets have affected Don Cherry. His show will now be called Coach's Street Corner, and he will be in alleyways commenting on plays between prostitutes and junkies. Fans of the show say they do not notice a difference.
Seems the same. In Canadian Nazi news, a white supremacist group in British Columbia calls the murder of one of their own members a hate crime. And the most horrific opposite day ever.
KFC Thailand is under fire for making an insensitive Facebook post urging citizens to hurry home and follow the earthquake warning and order their favorite KFC menu item. The company later apologized, saying, quote, they realize it's kind of hard to pick a favorite menu item when you're performing CPR on your loved ones.
Would be. In gun nut news, a female gun enthusiast has put out a video that has gone viral on YouTube. The video features her shooting a shotgun into water to make small rainbows. It's a really neat gun trick, but the worst gay pride theme idea ever. Terrible idea.
In sexy female gang news, a Brazilian gang dubbed the Gang of Blondes have been arrested. The girl gang doesn't carry weapons, but are said to be slightly more dangerous than just one blonde girl by herself.
In Smokes news, a former Canadian... We'll let her. Okay. In Smokes news, a former Canadian tobacco VP admitted in court that he destroyed research documents that showed cigarettes were dangerous to human health. He says he can't remember why he did it, but he thinks it has something to do with evil greed.
In fast food news, Burger King has introduced a trial run of its new bacon sundae. The fast food chain says it will keep the dessert in restaurants until people stop buying it or die of congestive heart failure.
In political fighting news, Member of Parliament Justin Trudeau recently won a boxing match against Senator Patrick Brazeau. For winning the match, Trudeau got to cut off the senator's hair. And this week, they'll be arm wrestling for a chance to shave each other's pubes. Now, holy shit, eh?
In sexy sexy news this week. Right? In Sexy Time News this week, a recent study shows that the people of Los Angeles value sex more than anywhere in the world. Unfortunately for those people, no one values sex more than herpes.
In church news, Catholic priest Martin McVeigh is in trouble after showing gay porn at a school event where parents and students were preparing for their first communion. The priest immediately apologized, saying he meant to show a straight married couple in a gross anal scene. As God intended.
Although they were married, so they don't have to do anal anymore when you get married. In creepy entertainment news, the Duggars of the hit reality television show 19 Kids and Counting have revealed that they spend $3,000 a month to feed themselves and their 19 children. $2,800 of that budget goes to feed Michelle Duggar's massive vagina.
It costs a lot. It's a lot of burgers.
It should eat more vegetables.
It should, really. You need more rounded of a diet than that. Even if you're a vagina. I stand by that. In booze news, Molson Coors has made a $3.5 billion merger with a large European brewery. This now makes Molson Coors the world's largest distributor of fermented hog urine. Congrats.
Republican presidential primary candidate Rick Santorum has dropped out of the GOP race. Woo! The definition for the word Santorum now officially means a mixture of anal lube, fecal matter, and quitting.
In pet news, the epidemic of dog obesity has spawned the invention of the stair escalator for overweight canines. The manufacturer offers another machine that makes your dog vomit until he's skinny. Get him an escalator.
In soda pop news, Coca-Cola has placed a vending machine that dispenses cans of Coke in exchange for hugs in a Singapore university. The machine is turning out to be much less popular than the Frito-Lay's Glory Hole.
And in looks-based competition news, Jenna Tapkova, a transgendered woman who was born a man, has now been okayed to compete in the Miss Universe competition. Yeah. Allowing her to compete has opened the doors for other transgendered contestants and induced millions of confused boners.
A new poll shows that the majority of Republicans are against the war in Afghanistan. These Republicans claim that they need to save their heavy artillery to impregnate women against their will.
It's kind of horrific, right? But it's just a vision of what they're actually doing, so it's not our bad. I'll keep talking till you laugh. That concludes this edition of The Real True News. I'm Jeff the Rock.